and welcome to Let's Talk Spoop. I'm your host, Don, and today we are going to review a request for The Girl with All the Gifts, which is on Netflix. So, for those of you who are new to Let's Talk Spoop, we're going to break this down into 6 categories: acting, story, music, atmosphere, look, and creepiness factor. So let's go ahead and jump right in. So starting with acting, The Girl with All the Gifts has a good cast. They do a tremendous job, and the female main character is just unfailingly polite, which adds a whole level of creepiness to the, well, not creepiness, but adds a nice kind of level to the story. So I gave it a 4 out of 5 for acting. Story. So it opens up with this extremely intelligent little girl who's in some sort of prison, and they're teaching them like children, right? And they have school and stuff. It turns out that all these kids are zombies, and the place that they're in is trying to find a cure for zombieism, and they think that this super smart girl might hold the cure because she is what's called a Generation 2 zombie, where people who were pregnant when they got bit gave birth, and so they're like this strange hybrid, which I thought was kind of cool. On the other hand, and I looked this up online just to make sure that I wasn't completely off the wall, the story here is, I don't want to call it a ripoff of The Last of Us, but it's real close. It has a lot of very similar story beats. The cause of zombieism is a fungal infection that attacks the brain, based off of the one that does the same thing to red carpenter ants. And it follows this girl who's supposed to be the cure, or supposed to be housing the cure. She has a strained relationship with a father figure who's a jerk, and it's just a lot of very, very close, similar story beats to The Last of Us. But it's not The Last of Us. But if you wanted to see a Last of Us movie, you might want to check out The Girl with All the Gifts. So rage zombies overrun the compound, and they have to go on the run, and they're trying to get to where they can be safe, essentially. I gave it a 3 out of 5 for story. I like the story, but again, it's a zombie story, and it's real hard to be original with zombie stories. So, 3 out of 5. Music, it fits, but it's nothing special. It didn't draw me in like the music on, say, Train to Busan did. So I gave it a 3 out of 5 for music. Atmosphere. So it is a post-apocalyptic England, and it looks and feels like an apocalypse. There's zombies everywhere inside the cities. They're completely degraded and destroyed, and that's about it. So 3.5 out of 5 for atmosphere. Look, the zombies look gross, and what's interesting to me was that because the zombieism is fungal, they kind of put gross mold-looking growths on the various zombies' faces and stuff, like the older zombies, which I thought was pretty cool. It kind of lent a good feel to it. So for look, I gave it a 3.5 out of 5. Then we get to the creepiness factor, and unfortunately, this movie is not scary. There's not even really any good jump scenes in this movie at all. It might make you a little uncomfortable because the main character is like a 13-year-old girl that is also a zombie, but I didn't find it creepy or scary. So I give it a 1 out of 5 for creep, which, totaling all that up, gives you a 3 out of 5 skulls for The Girl with All the Gifts on Netflix. P.S. I forgot to mention this. I really did not like the ending. I felt that it was pretty much contrary to everything else that you see throughout the entire movie. It just kind of comes out of left field. It's one of those endings that, in all honesty, could ruin a movie for you. I tried not to allow it to change my opinion on everything else in the movie, because I really thought everything else was pretty well done. But I absolutely 100%